Brothers and sisters, may the peace that can only come from the one God be upon you. We are here to tell the people that we hear you. One God will not allow us as people of conscience to lose our morale.
Powered by our patrons. You're tuned in to You Call That Radio TV. We're about to go live to Melbourne for to celebrate the launch of I Swear I'm Not Crazy, which is an amazing new album from L1 and Toni Smoke. How you doing, guys?
Hi guys, how you going?
Just for our viewers, it's 4 a.m.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yes, it is. Just after 4 a.m.
Amazing stuff. Well done for getting up that early. And what a brilliant album. Toni sent me a wee while back, and I'm absolutely loving it. Are you excited? It's out tomorrow.
Yes, so excited. Can't believe it's finally dropping.
How long? How long's this been in the works for?
Tony?
A year and a few months. I couldn't pinpoint exactly how months, but it's over a year. Definitely over a year and a bit longer.
I feel as though it's coming up to 2 years now.
But yeah, that's probably about right.
Time's quite an abstract concept when there's not any gigs or festivals to go to, isn't it? So it's like, it's quite hard to keep track. Stuff that happened a year ago feels like a week ago.
It certainly does.
And it also does feel like we've been in lockdown for about 25 years as well. So it's kind of difficult to keep track of what's going on and when it happened. But how did you come about? So obviously, Australian rapper, Scottish producer. How did that come about?
Yes.
Through
So
go.
We met online, and kind of from the moment we started chatting, it was just really easy to work together, I sort of found. So yeah, I feel like we started off just doing sort of 1 or 2 tracks, and then it kind of spiraled and just kept going.
Amazing. Toni, how did L1 get on your radar?
I'd heard from her. It was a feature she was going to be doing, someone we know, and basically we sort of heard raps, and I was like, right, there's definitely a pal that could work in there. And like Laura said, we started doing a couple of tracks, and it did kind of spiraled, and there was like different beats kind of was writing to, and it just started evolving into a project as it kind of went along. So over that time, where it has been 2 years now, but like that 1 year I think we've lost. I feel like I've lost a year, so that's kind of what I've losing the time with it. But yeah, I was kind of meeting through that. I was just randomly online, mutual kind of taste in music, kind of idea where we want to take it, and it's just got up to now, and we've got a 16-track piece to finally put out. So yeah,
so exciting.
Yeah, it's good.
So out tomorrow, about midnight on Bandcamp. Is that the way it's working? Midnight in UK, or it's a bit confusing. Obviously, it's tomorrow day in Melbourne. When can people hear the songs? When? As a good question. What time can people actually hear the album in full?
I would need to check, because when I uploaded it, obviously it tells you the UTC time. So we've put it down as being under Melbourne. So I guess it'll be midnight. It'll be Australia time.
Midnight in Australia time. So but probably when people at some point tomorrow, when people will.
So wait, what will that make it? Will that make it 4 a.m. your time?
4 a.m. Well, it's 10 hours.
Wait, no, it's not midnight where you are now.
7 o'clock.
Shit.
7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. Glasgow time.
Glasgow time.
We're going to help with maths.
We're going to. Someone in the comments figures out the maths. I know we've got Colette's in the house. Hi, folks. Love baby doll. Colette, what time will that make it? Let's see if anyone knows. Maybe we can give away a T-shirt or something to someone who can figure out the time difference. We've got. I think we'll start with just now. Is we'll play the video for you, which is an amazing video. Could you tell us a little bit about the song, Laura, or in the video, how it all came about?
Well, I found myself a little bit down because another person I'd been seeing, kind of things didn't work out, and so I found myself kind of in a funny mood sitting at home, and I was playing through Toni's beats, and I usually would go for something like a little bit more kind of I don't know, like dark in moments like that, but I was having a laugh with my sister actually at the time, and so yeah, we were listening through the beats and that one came on, and it was actually my sister that was like, you have to use this one.
Amazing. It's a cracking tune, great video as well. Let us know in the comments what you make of this. I can see Tam's in the house, Danny's in the house. Let us know what you make of this. It's an absolute cracker. This is you off the new album. I swear I'm not crazy. Out tomorrow, or maybe today.
Absolutely.
Some point.
Some point tomorrow.
Now let's see. Where was I? I wonder which way I ought to go.
You're mine.
L1, Toni Smoke, businessman. Yeah, I don't need a boyfriend, I need a shrink. I need somebody to fix how I think, and that should be me, but it probably won't be. I am too busy perpetually floating, find it hard to commit to life. I get scared when I get it right, in case I get attached and it's ripped away. What if I take a shot and it ricochets? I don't know what I want most days. Can't grow if I don't see light. I'm buried up under a pile of mistakes. I dig my own grave for a place to hide. But you gotta be the one that I want now. You gotta be the one that I hunt down. You gotta be the only one to pick me up when I'm drunk and I'm looking for bud now. At war with my inner child, have been like all my life, but all of a sudden I'm feeling discomfort, cause if I don't do, then the dream will die. Never wanted it that bad, never could see that far ahead. Choices are limited, I gotta live with them. Maybe I'll make myself smile instead. See, I write to make sense of the madness. I don't process things when they happen, push it aside. Then months gone by before I let go of a small interaction. I cannot write an album right now, need to get my behavior in line before I can settle, say something of worth instead of just giving a piece of my mind. What can I do when it comes in fragments? Get put off and I can't look at it. Something's wrong, gotta kill old habits. Say that I will, but that may not happen. Same thing on a different day now, same kid on a different playground. Life get rough when it kick you in the guts and you try to get up while I scream out, stay down. I wanna throw my phone in a bin, wanna kick it with people who know how I think. I wanna get on a plane to Berlin, I wanna fuck with my brain till it's fixed. I will not be manipulated. If you wanna fuck me over, better get creative. Best bet I'ma fail if you test my patience. Whole life everybody underestimated, but you always been the one that I want round. You always let me in when I'm locked out. You pull me up when I take it too far, when my head's in the clouds and I don't wanna come down. You gotta be the one that I want now. You gotta be the one that I hunt down. You gotta be the only one to pick me up when I'm drunk and I'm looking for bud now. You always been the one that I want round. You always let me in when I'm locked out. You pull me up when I take it too far, when my head's in the clouds and I don't wanna come down. You gotta be the one that I want now. You gotta be the one that I hunt down. You gotta be the only one to pick me up when I'm drunk and I'm looking for bud now. That's alright, I don't need validation from people who get off on victimization. You're sick in the head and I don't have to take it. I wish you the best, but I'm hoping you change it. I reserve the right to evolve, being down with the press since 12 years old. Heart pound through my chest when I sense an agenda. Kiss the envelope and return to sender. Been bitten twice, it will not be a hat trick. Believe your own lies, I don't get down with that shit. I laugh, motherfucker, you tragic. A terrible actor, so save the theatrics. I appreciate the inspiration, you know nothing get me going like some indignation. Fuck a bad bitch, it's a good woman. Go above and beyond for the people I should. Suddenly strong now, I've dealt with a hard part. Fought with myself and it forced me to grow up. Torture yourself if you must, but I'm so done. No skin up my nose if they don't show love. You can shove it where the sun don't shine. Either coming with me or you left behind. I'm running late, I am now 28 and I barely remember like half of my life. But you gotta be the one that I want now. You gotta be the one that I hunt down. You gotta be the only one to pick me up when I'm drunk and I'm looking for bud. Now you always be the one that I want round. You always let me in when I'm locked out. You pull me up when I take it too far, when my head's in the clouds and I don't wanna come down. You gotta be the one that I want now. You gotta be the one that I hunt down. You gotta be the only one to pick me up when I'm drunk and I'm looking for bud. Now you always been the one that I want round. You always let me in when I'm locked out. You pull me up when I take it too far, when my head's in the clouds and I don't wanna calm down. I'm not gonna waste the rest, no. Never even give a fucking 80%. I'm sick of waking up dead, sick of hate in my head. I'ma change it right now, start making amends. Yes, it's feeling good to be better. Still get it wrong, fuck up harder than ever. But I never stop trying to fix what I damage. One thing at a time, straight line, find balance. Everyone wanna be savage, everyone gotta be callous. Everyone holding the almighty gavel, they throw it around like a kid with a rattle. Tell me what my problem is. I'm not trying to make hits, I'm just trying to live. And that bothers them like it bothers men when it's more than that. But I call us friends. Terrified to get hurt again. I got a fuck all left to give everything and get nothing back because love is whack. So attacking them is my best defense. I ain't ashamed to admit it. I deal with the pain when I say it with rhythm. And I love to write, but I hate all the critics. The fuck out my face if your kiss is a hindrance. I know he loved me a little, tattoo on his chest with a name in the middle. And I know he missed it when play second fiddle. What's love gonna do with me keeping it simple? What's love gonna do with me keeping it simple? What's love gonna do with me keeping it simple?
You call that radio? You call that radio TV? No. You call that radio TV?
This is You Call That Radio.
This is You Call That Radio. If you're watching this on Facebook, Twitch or Twitter, then click the YouTube link, which is here. It'll look and sound a bit better over there. And it's an absolute cracking track there we just heard. L1, Toni Smoke, and It's You, which is a tune and a half. Got some lovely comments coming in. Angela says, awesome. We've got a Colette saying, wow, bra, quality. We've got the fire, flame emojis from The Fifth Element, Willie Bell. We've got Jay Lee in the house. Ali Grant in the house as well. And it's 4 a.m. in Tasmania. If that helps, thanks, Tam. Tam's got those Tasmanian connects, so he's keeping us up to date with what's going on there. And the video's great as well. How did the video come about? Who did that?
Me.
Did you do that? Aye. Wow. How did that happen? Did you nip over on a plane to film it?
No, it was. It's kind of been the same way as like the albums came about. Everything like Laura's been doing like the vocals for the album over hers, sending to me. I'll be making the beats, mixing, engineering it. So we did similar with footage. Like Laura somehow acquired that Alice in Wonderland dress. I don't. You should probably tell how they got that, and then got some footage, and yeah, and sort of went with that theme of it. And I spent months doing it, and it was really a sort of learning process doing it as well. But I was kind of absolutely terrified. I've used like footage, obviously, of Alice in Wonderland for Walt Disney. So thinking all this work I've put in, so I tried to cut it really thin at bits and put effects so it wasn't like algorithm picked up. Yeah. No one report it, please, right? But and then it just kind of went that way. So yeah, we've done Oi as well, kind of similar. We've got another one coming out. So yeah. It's just this sort of organic way of doing it, and just sort of no time limits, and sort of we're just going through the ideas of it. So yeah,
it's amazing. All this.
It's been heaps of it.
An international collaboration, visually, musically, and rip off Walt Disney. Aye.
It's
Walt Disney. Fuck Disney.
Indeed.
It looks absolutely fantastic. So well done, guys. And I've just put the link in the comments for anyone. If you want to order the album, it's l1tonismoke.bandcamp.com. I've put the link there. So get your orders in, and you will hear the song at some point today or tomorrow, depending on which country you live in. And what was your story? How long you been rapping for? What got you into it and stuff like that?
All right. Well, I've probably been rapping maybe 10 years-ish now. I sort of started writing poetry when I was just becoming a teenager, I guess. And I don't know. I loved like hip hop growing up and stuff like that, but I always like thought of myself as a fan. So it wasn't until I was kind of maybe 18 that I started writing rhymes instead of poems, and they were fucking terrible. But now I feel like it's been a massive process, and I feel like I've been fucked around heaps with different producers and stuff over the years, but so that's why it feels a bit weird to be like 30 and releasing like my first project, but I feel like the wait was definitely worth it.
Well, that's it's definitely, it sounds like a brilliant piece of work, and it's better than having an album you're not proud of lying about in your back catalogue doing your nothing. So
honestly, I look back on like old tracks that I've done, and I'm so fucking glad that I never got an album out back in the day.
Do you remember any of your first lyrics? We've got a show sometimes we do called My First Lyrics. Can you remember any?
I went to bed broke, and as I awoke, I began to choke on the smoke because the Billy needed a stoke, and Billy is bong where we are. Cool. So that's pretty terrible, and I always cop that one in comments.
Well, it's great. It's great to hear this because I've not listened to a lot of Australian hip hop, but I love the accent. I think it works perfect for it, and every time I have heard some Australian hip hop, it's always been fire. And it's also quite good discovering new slang words, because obviously we've got lots of Scottish and English MCs on here as well. So it's like we had to do that when, you know, in the 90s and listening to all the American hip hop. There was things people were talking about that we didn't know, but it was always fun trying to figure it out or being completely wrong about what it meant. And I think it's quite fun to do that with Australian. What is the Australian scene like just now? It just seems to be doing incredible stuff just now.
Yeah, it seems like people are just absolutely killing it at the moment. I feel like I'm probably the worst person to comment because the entire time we've been working on this project, I kind of tuned out to everything that was happening. I feel like only now I'm just like messaging friends and asking like what they've dropped in the last 2 years so that I can go check it out.
Who would you recommend to check out?
Excuse me. I've been catching up on my friend Mogwai's music, which has been a lot of fun. And yeah, my girlfriend Grace Chia, who's the only feature on the album, she's really great as well. So I've been catching up with those two to start with. And then, yeah, I guess I'll keep working through what I've missed over the last couple of years.
We've got Greg in the house. Good evening, Greg.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This LP is going to be fire, says Sanjeev. I can confirm it already is.
Thank you.
I think it's probably a good time to play some exclusives, because I've got a wee exclusive banner that I like to use from time to time, like this. Yes.
Yay.
No expense spared. So what we got to go? Will we go for the opener? Feel So High?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about that. Tell us about that.
Well, once again, I found myself sitting in a moment where I was kind of taking stock of my life. Something had happened that made me realize that I'd once again chosen perhaps a route that wasn't best suited to me. And so I sat down and decided once again that the best thing to do was write a song about it. So here we are.
Amazing. Let's check it out. This is an exclusive, and you can hear it on the album. Go to l1tonismoke.bandcamp.com. Oh, strong one here. This is the Bandcamp. And look, how many tracks have we? Well, we've got it here. It's 16 tracks.
16 tracks.
It's not messing around. How did you know? How did you know it was going to be 16? Did it just happen naturally, or was there a plan of how long it should be?
There's been so many plans of it. It's like it kind of evolved. It was about 8 or 9 tracks at one point, and then we kept adding more on. We thought, we'll just put them on because they were sounding good in it. And there's a big variety in it. There's like, it's not just hip hop. It goes like hip hop, there's like trap, there's drill, there's house, there's drum and bass, there's like lo-fi. So it's a good palette for me to kind of express lots of bits of production and like different moods and sort of dynamic of it. Do you know what I mean? So I always like any hip hop album I've done, I always finish with a drum bass track. I've always liked that. So we've kind of finished with 2, a house track and some other things in between. So it's kind of like, yeah, I always liked it. I see albums should always fit in a CD, right? So we managed to get 16 tracks that will fit in a CD. So just.
You've done great, Tony. So I like a variety on my hip hop albums as well. So you've done a great job in the production.
Cheers.
Thank you. Yes, you did kill it, Tony.
Let us know in the comments. This is an exclusive.
Only ever seem to want what's bad for me, but I don't know that when it's happening. So every word I speak is a tragedy, and every time I blink I'm in agony. Exhausted, tired of turning a blind eye, nauseous, sick in the right place, wrong guy. I like a challenge, bring on the torch and put me off balance. I like the deep water, till I don't, I'm far from shore. No hope but I ask for more. Once again I've been left for dead, I can't follow my heart when it's off its head. Like why do I do this, put myself through this, triple my bet when I know that I'm losing. Know that my friends do the same excuses over again. We all know what I'm doing, yet ruthless, so stupid, so sorry that I act up a nuisance. Punish myself and neglect my music. Part of a pattern, I'm yet to break through it. Yet to accept that I need to invest over time into writing and clean up my head. Look at this mess, look what you've done. Take a look at the ways that you fuck yourself up. Granted, there's many. Stand it, get messy. I planned it, you ready? I'm running on empty, but there's gotta be something left in amongst all the post-traumatic stress. I want a life, I'm gonna make one. Stand in my way, you can see what I'm made of, cause I won't back down no more. All the tools that I need are inside my core. Been bruised, been bleeding, fuck that noise. I'ma drown out the sound cause I found my voice. I'ma speak to those who feel stuck. I'ma show that we don't need luck. I'ma prove that I don't need help. All I need is a dream, believe in myself. Believe in myself, in theory, ideally, stick to it, think clearly. I don't want to look back, see nearly. I just need to extract my feelings, put them in places where they make sense. Decide what I want, get the fuck off the fence. Discipline, something I always admired. Learned all the lessons and never applied them. I say I too much, I don't like to trust. I've been fucking dumb till I wisened up. Now there's no excuse, I just get it done. I don't need approval, who are they to judge? If you don't have the heart to do what you love, you're the last who could laugh at someone who does. And the first one I tell to go and get fucked when I step out of hell and blow the place up like bang. There go my memories, there go my everything, fuck my identity. I don't need anything, I've been dependent and wasting my energy. Nobody taking the rest of me.
Yeah, enough respect in every aspect to the man like Mark. I love how the man talk on the radio. In case you never know. You call that radio, call that the radio. You call that radio, call that the radio. Come and say, in my name, I'll just go with the flow. In my name, I'll just go with the flow. So till you miss a mark, now go bend down low. Till you miss a mark, now go bend down low. Boom. Lot of mercy. Yo. You call that radio. You call that radio. Come and say don't you be another man, I'll go lose your head. Say don't you be another me say and lose the head. Me say radio, call that radio. Straight from outer Glasgow. Just I'm out of Glasgow. Glasgow nice enough on the studio. Come and say, my name, I'll just go with the flow. My name, I'll just go with the flow. Till you miss a mark, now go bend down low. Till you miss a mark, now go bend down low. No radio, you call that the radio. Them man I give you miss a lot of subject, and them I think a man you can't object. So don't you ever come and disrespect. I love and respect in every aspect.
Should call that Radio TV. We're live from Melbourne right now with the L21's album launch party. If you're watching it on Twitter, Twitch, or Facebook, you need to click the link to YouTube, by Facebook, by Twitch, by Twitter. Yeah, so we're here just now. That was another. That's how the album begins, and I mean, is that a process that you enjoy? I personally, when I'm doing the albums, I quite like that process of like doing the track running order and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
and finalizing the song names, because obviously usually songs are just called stupid things before.
Yeah. Always.
Like whatever the original producer's beat was, with numbers after it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of tracks get lost that way. So many tracks get lost. You're just like, it's like Tuesday 4B or something. You've named the beats, and you're like, no chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I found it heaps of fun, but I felt like trying to choose like an end for it was really difficult. Like, I think I could have just stayed contributing tracks or verses like for the next 10 years easily and still not feeling like it was quite finished yet. But
so you're like, I don't know how to finish this, and Tony's like, you finished with a drum and bass banger. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Formula, the Toni Smoke formula. And Tony, what is, speaking of your formula, so when you're making all these beats, because obviously you're always working with loads of different artists, maybe for people who don't know your stuff, but you work with lots of different people. So was there maybe a certain sound where you would go, right, that's an L1 written all over it? Or do you just make the beats first and then sort of see what ones you liked, or how does it? What's the process like?
Well, initially it was like the latter there. It was just kind of the beats were kind of like a folder. You kind of know yourself. You get a link through or something. You'll have like X amount of beats, and they're going to land with certain people and certain things. So at the early stage, it was just really what was landing with like Laura and what she was enjoying and be able to write to, and what would reflect the emotions she was going to write about. I think as we sort of progressed through, I was starting to understand her sound more between each other, so I could go, right, that would be for Laura, like I would do with like Shogun or other people as well. Like now I've worked with them longer, but it's like it's getting to know someone. I mean, you're getting to do that online, like kind of, and you're doing it like similar to this, having a chat and different time zones. So there's a lot of different work. So getting to know each other over that like kind of 2 years, it gets a lot easier to now know I could write a beat for Laura now and know that she would like it. Whereas before at the start, I'd have to like send out a pack and see what she would like. So it's just a learning process, I think, with everyone. So.
And with regards to right now, you said, you gave an example earlier on, Laura, of you, you're in a situation, your sister says, that's the beat. And I think it's a bit of a mixture though. Sometimes you're just writing lyrics randomly, and then sometimes it's to a specific beat.
Yeah, so I find oftentimes it'll start without music at all, and I'll write something down, and I might sort of find that it hasn't quite got a home anywhere or whatever, but it'll kind of stay in my mind as something that I want to use. And those might pop up at like really random times when I would never think I would use that lyric on that beat or anything like that, but then oftentimes I've found with Tony's beats that they've kind of provoked a feeling where I could use lyrics that maybe I'd written at certain times that didn't really have anything to go with them, and then like lost little bits of lyrics have like sparked entire songs once I heard the beat and was able to work with that. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, Angela has just bought the album. So good, she just had to buy it.
Yay!
Yeah, cheers.
Angela is a great supporter of music. I was going to say local music, but really far away music. She's a good supporter of really far away music as well. We've got Sebastian Young in the house. Word up. Hello, Sebastian. Thanks for joining us. And if anyone does have any questions, then leave a comment. I'll try and ask them. But one question I was going to ask is, what's the situation in Melbourne? I mean, obviously you'll be wanting to do an album launch party properly in real life.
Yep.
Where are you at that stage? Is there any is there light at the end of the Melbourne tunnel?
Well, I don't know. I've sort of been turned off to TV and stuff lately. So as far as I've heard from word of mouth, we are entering another lockdown tonight, or at midnight last night. It started, I think. And I don't know. I'm kind of in a place where I'm really, really fucking angry at the way things have been happening, and I would like to. I don't know, I've been writing tracks about the way things have been going. I sort of feel like maybe at the moment there's something going down. Like, we all know there's fucking something going down, but I just don't like the idea of people being pinned down and fucking forced vaccinated and all of us being locked down and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to showing up for a rally on the 24th at Flagstaff Gardens if anyone's looking to join me in saying fuck this.
And before lockdown, was there did you have gigs on the horizon that were the opportunities that were taken away from you?
Actually, I did one like 2 months before the lockdown started, and so that was kind of, I hadn't done a show in like 8 years before that, so I was really looking forward to getting back into, well, maybe I don't think I ever really even started properly, so I was looking forward to kind of sinking my teeth into performing, and then lockdown happened, so I guess, I don't know, I've sort of just been watching from afar. I feel like I'm really lucky to live about an hour and a half out of Melbourne. So on like a personal scale, lockdowns haven't been too bad for me. But yeah, as far as music goes, it's been a little bit shitty.
It's funny when you get countries like Australia and Canada. We had Abdominal, the legendary MC on the show, and he lives in Toronto, inverted commas, but it was like 4 hours outside of Toronto. And you wouldn't get away with that in Scotland, you know what I mean? You either live in Glasgow or you're called a toegether, even if you stay 5 minutes outside a certain line. So, yeah, it's obviously different sizes of countries. I heard Australia's big. I've heard it's bigger than Fife. So, yeah, you've got to respect that. You've got to respect that. I've got lined up next, Sorry For You. What's going on with that? What's this about?
Well, this is, I guess, so this is me once again. I don't know. I had a really shitty job at the time, and my boss was an absolute cunt. And I feel like everything I was doing at the time felt like it was to serve someone else, and everyone that I was serving was like acting kind of tyrannical. And so this was me trying to say, you know what, actually I'm not the one who's got the fucking problem. Like, if you're going out of your way to try to make me feel like shit, then that's on you.
And it's available on the album, like everything that you're hearing tonight. Yep. I'll put the Bandcamp link in the comments. Go and buy it and let us know what you make of this.
Yeehaw!
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like everything around me's coming crashing down. Like somebody took my life and turned it inside out. I'm concerned for things I never used to think about, and very few respect that I won't tolerate mistreatment now. Dictators don't like it when I make a sound. They want to say and what I do because they speak about action all day, but they don't do a fucking thing. They tell me fly while tying cinder blocks to both my wings. Tell me cry, then use my weaknesses to make it sting. Resurrect my soul to tell me what my problem is. Tell me go for gold, then scold me when I start to dig. They think they want control, but they don't understand what comes with it. I refuse to play the game, the house always wins. Change the rules and contradict themselves to keep it rigged. And so I did it quick, protect what's left of will to live. And this is just another time you tried me, but I didn't quit. And I feel so sorry for you. So sorry for you. So sorry for you. Sorry for you. You must be in some fucking pain to move with those intentions. Hurting me won't take the strain from all your daily pressures. I will not be a target for your misplaced aggression. I was on your side, now you're starting arguments, I'll end them. To anyone who undervalued me, I thank you kindly. Self-loathing kept me blinded like big double high beams. But even I can see you smiling when I'm not surviving. That's a driving force for me to focus on the lines ahead. I don't rest, I'll get there in spite of all the undermining. I'm trying to tunnel out my grave, you on the hunt for diamonds. So you can sift your way through rubble that I leave behind. I'll make it out alone and show them what it means to be alive. Hi, I see you picking on the little guy. It looks to me like you got issues that you try to hide. I don't know what you think of yours is being jeopardized. You'll never be as strong as the people that you're threatened by. You ever question why you feel the need to prove yourself? It must be tough to act staunch for everybody else. Defense mechanisms you don't understand. You're so desperate to be alpha and I find it fucking sad. And I feel so sorry for you. So sorry for you. So sorry for you. Sorry for you.
I got some big stuff going on.
Stupid people. If you get 10 really stupid people in a room, the most confident one just starts running shit.
Oh, I see. You don't know who I am. I can't talk about it, but I have got some big stuff going on.
They don't have to have any more information. They just have to be more confident. If you get a bunch of dummies together like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I fucking do. I fucking do.
That's right. I'm important.
And I feel so sorry for you. So sorry for you. So sorry for you. Sorry for you.
That's what it's like in school. My daughter's class is this fucking kid named Debbie. And every day it's Debbie says, oh, fucking Debbie says.
Do you want weirdo or do you want it?
If you don't really know what's going on, there's a show that also doesn't know what's going on. Call that radio TV. You call that radio. Call that radio TV. You call that radio TV.
She called that radio TV. We're live from Melbourne with L1 and live from Scotland with Toni. I've got to give Saturday night. We are hosting the Scottish Beatbox Championships. You can tune that live on that radio.
That's it.
To that at 4 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. You can watch it free on You Call That Radio's YouTube channel. And I like the way that song went into our other sting, which was if you don't really know what's going on. Yes. We are a show that plays itself and not having a fucking clue what's going on. So I like that ending. So yeah, amazing. Another brilliant tune, another exclusive from the album. And I'm absolutely loving it. As what I was wondering, like, if you've also aware of Toni Smoke's work, have you been checking out the stuff he's been doing with Shogun and stuff? And how do you feel about the Scottish accent over hip hop?
I love the Scottish accent, and I think Shogun's fucking awesome and that they make great tracks together. But at the same time, I feel like I've heard them, like, tracks here and there, and I'll hear them once or twice, but I've been the same as I get stuck on like a couple of songs at a time, and they can either be my own or someone else's. So I've found that, there's a big list of stuff I've got to catch up on. So whilst I have heard some tracks, I probably haven't spent the time I would like to listening to them.
Listen to that song there with that must have been therapeutic because you're practically writing a battle rap to your former boss.
Yeah, just then that felt actually awesome. Just then I was listening back thinking, oh yes, everyone that like inspired me to write that track is no longer in my life and I don't have to deal with them anymore. I'm so happy.
Have you sent them the song yet?
Sorry?
Have you sent them the song?
No, it's sort of like, I don't know, I guess I kind of struggle to separate people once I see like a few traits that I think lead to certain personalities. It's really difficult to kind of separate that. So I sort of just see it as like one person.
Well, there's actually a meme I seen yesterday, which I'm just going to bring up. Sometimes people use respect to mean treating someone like a person, and sometimes they use respect to mean treating someone like an authority. And sometimes people who are used to being treated like an authority say, if you won't respect me, then I won't respect you. And they mean, if you won't treat me like an authority, then I won't treat you like a person.
Yeah.
And they think they're being fair, but they aren't, and it's not okay.
That's fucking well said.
Yeah.
Thought it was quite well
That's
put.
pretty much it to a T. That sums it up.
And I'd like to credit anonymous internet person for doing that.
Yeah, they killed that.
Yeah, they killed it. Killed anonymous internet person. It was probably Marilyn Monroe or Winston Churchill.
Yeah. Back in his Twitter account. Do you know what I mean?
Sebastian is definitely copping this. Keeping it ill. Nice one, Sebastian. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's not really many live music opportunities right now, so it is just really important to support artists, local artists if they're local, or really far away artists if they're really far away. So big ups to Angela, who's already purchased the album. And what's your thoughts on? Is it going to be on the streaming sites? Is it going to be on the streaming sites, or how are you thinking about that?
Yeah, it's all up. It's uploaded. It comes out tomorrow, midnight, either here or Melbourne.
Oh, there.
So at some point tomorrow, it'll be on like Spotify, all the kind of like ones up there. We're having a bit of trouble with iTunes actually.
Because, Apple, yeah.
That's what happened to me. I uploaded it through, it's a distribution company. They don't pay me to say their name, so I'm not going to say their name. And but yeah, basically everything went up apart from Apple, and it was a problem, like, because I think I had
singles.
Yeah, I think one of the singles. So I think because it featured the producer by mistake. So I think it said featuring the Famish, and they were like, because it was the same track. They're saying I can't do it, or I need to type it in all again, but it needs to be exactly right, or it wouldn't work.
Or they don't upload it at all, because the problem was we'd uploaded, it was Oi, the second track for the album, we'd put up as a single when we'd done the video a while ago, and when we went to upload the album, it's accepted on all platforms bar Apple and iTunes because it's the same metadata and the same size, so we tried to get around it, and we had the same thing you just said there, but says if you don't do it exact, then you can't upload it. So I've had to, at that point, just email them. So iTunes and Apple just have to suck a dick and wait a while. So
I feel like it's all right to be late on iTunes and Apple because they force us to have Bono. So that makes it all right.
Yeah, but it's on everything else. So Spotify and like, it's literally all those icons. I couldn't even remember the names of them all just now, but like
there's millions, isn't there, man? Like, I don't know anyone that uses most of them, but you never know.
TikTok and like Snapchat, even, so like you can go into your Instagram stories, etc., and like add it that way.
Do you know, that is something that's actually I've found quite handy with the productions, because like, if you're out just getting a nice scenic picture, you can just add your song to it. And you've got another way of reaching the stories and maybe reaching more people on it. So that has been quite handy to sort of doing stuff. So yeah, that's good. And it's good that it's going to be available for people to Spotify. You said that you want an album to fit in a CD. Does that mean that you're considering getting some hard copies made up, or what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that we'll kind of test the waters over the next few days, and then we were just speaking about that, but we kind of we're quite procrastinating people. We kind of just kind of do it the way we do it. Do you know what I mean? So I think it'd be good to do it. I always like having hard copies. I think it's nice, especially now getting, like you're saying, there's not many events and stuff on. So trying to keep music alive and maybe just having that physical thing rather than digital uploads. So nice. Do you know what I mean? So, and I just got a car recently, so I've got a CD player again. So I like how it's easy. But my computer's more advanced than my car, because the computer's not even got a CD drive now. So I'm trying
That's Apple. This is Apple again. That's Apple that have done that. I was absolutely losing at that. they're not happy. They're just not. They just don't want. They don't make enough money off the CDs, so they don't want people to have nice things. I don't listen to CDs, but I do buy CDs at at gigs and stuff where I know that someone's put a lot of work and time into it.
Yeah,
and I want that physical copy as well. I usually just give it to Tam the van because he had a CD player in his van, and we'd usually be driving about in it.
Get a stack,
yeah, he's got all sorts. He's got more coming. So yeah, shouts to Tam the van. So you mentioned the Oi video. I mean, that might be quite a good way to end it on as well, because we have got some visuals for it as well.
Yeah.
So will we do that? So how did this video come about? Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
All right. Well, this one started from, I guess, me getting pissed off with being locked down. I had already written the first probably 6 bars or something like that previous, and then there came a point where like I was doing a bit of research on, I guess, what people would call like conspiracy shit, and I found myself like, this isn't even conspiracy shit. Like I found myself having to kind of know what was going on like in mainstream media and stuff, and what was being told to like my family, who I was struggling to get along with at the time. And sort of I kind of looked around and looked at like all the things that were being affected by lockdown and all the, I guess, like long-term fears that was garnering for me. And so, yeah, I put pen to paper and just thought, fuck this, maybe I can write a bunch of bullet points that can ask the right questions, and maybe someone will get inspired to do their own version of the same thing, and we can make a change.
And what's your favourite song? Toni Smoke, what's your favourite song on the album?
No. I love the first track. I think Feel So High is really good. I love the house track because it's different. Drum bass tracks are banging, but I'm not there yet. I couldn't decide a favourite. I think I will, because it's just for me, you know yourself, you're working on a project, you've heard it so many times, so I felt like I don't try not to listen to it as a listener until I've done every edit possible. Then I go, right, I can listen to it now. And I think now I'm just sort of trying to enjoy it as the dynamic of how we've laid it out. It's the same with the track listing. So possibly the first track. This now, I'd definitely say the first track. Like I like how it hits in hard and it kind of starts the staple of it, and it kind of takes you on that wee dynamic. So, yeah.
Do you have a favourite?
Ooh, I feel like when Tony asked what to play on this, I thought either Sorry For You, which you just played, or another one called Hollow Tip, which I really enjoyed writing because I had half of it done back in, I think, May last year. And then I didn't write the second verse until probably maybe 3 months ago. So I enjoyed writing that one. But yeah, I don't know. The more I think about it, I'm actually pretty attached to every track.
That's a great place to be in.
Yeah.
I think you do need to something needs to be out for a while for you not to have listened to it and then sort of revisit it, and then you might have a favourite then. But it's a fantastic album.
I'm also really excited for them to like take on a different meaning once it's kind of out, and like I think oftentimes once people like ask you questions about a song or whatever, it kind of prompts you to be a bit more like solid on what you were writing about and why and stuff like that, and I think that'll be fun.
Yeah,
because I suppose it's like writing lyrics is just almost like journaling in a lot of ways. So sometimes it's not even, you pick up an old lyric book and you weren't really sure what you're writing about then, but then you can probably pinpoint the season or the year that it was written and what was probably going through your head at that point. So it's cool. Yeah. That's the beauty of writing, and you've wrote very well, Tony. You smashed the beats, so well done, everyone. Tony, have you got anything else that you need to promote? Have you got any other tunes coming out soon before we go?
Loads of stuff, but yeah, I'll get to that in time. We've got stuff for like Shogun coming out, really some good collabs coming up, but I'll get around to that. So I want to focus now on the kind of project we've done on just to get Laura's, finally get this project out, because I know how much it's meant to her, to make sure it's all comes together from our previous experience with stuff. So being able to give her that, everything finished, here we go, it's up, and we can kind of start to enjoy, and like you say, hopefully gigs come back, we can maybe go over there, she can go over here, do something. So yeah, we're going to kind of get some planned, because why not, man? Do you know what I mean? If we just enjoy life, that's what we do. We like music, bring people together and try to tell a story. So yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah, man, I'm keen to get a
Glasgow
flight
would
and
love
go
it.
to the same room.
Glasgow would love it. The UK would love it.
Yeah, 100%. Well done, guys. It's a fantastic album, and we're going to play
Thanks.
out with the last one. Oi, it was just. Did you make the video for this as well? Is that what happened? Same
Yeah,
idea.
same thing.
Same idea. Well,
Thank you so much. And thank you for everything, Tony. You killed it.
You too. Well done.
Well done, guys. From Melbourne to Glasgow, L1, Toni Smoke. Go and buy the album now, and you'll get it today or tomorrow. We're not 100% sure, but you'll get it today or tomorrow. Go and check it
keep
out.
an eye. It'll be out by Saturday.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you both
Laura.
so-
All the best, guys. This is all.
Oi, coming right a rude, where the bloody hell are ya? Oil in the reef, this is Laura, not Lara. Backy with the green, and it's Kif, not Keith. And its stick is 1G, no more than 15. Half the country's on fire and half the kids are on ice. As long as we drill in mines and everything is alright, cause all the land was never ours in the first place. Breed a couple lambs, dig a dam, she'll be right, mate. Newsflash riot says a virus running rampage. Stage 4 lockdown, decorate your living space. Yes sir, final revolution, blind faith. I never thought I'd see it happen in this day and age, but here we are like fucking deer in the headlights. Workers to the bone and now we grateful for the respite. But I've been wondering what laws changing. They give us no information. Can everybody please put down your box cutters? We need to turn all our attention to the government, cause it's a dog's breakfast and they're the ones who running it. And we can't change a thing if we go and kill each other, kid. They want the prisons full, they want us overdosed, they want us on the edge, they want us comatose, they want us on the link, but not too many now. They want us paying tax and sinking liquor down. I want to pay in cash, they want to vaccinate. I had a therapist, now I dissociate. They want to plant a chip, I want to run away, but they won't let me go. Born in the wrong place. Help, I'm from Victoria, our premier is sold our state. Infrastructure being built that we cannot afford to pay. Signed up on the dotted line and promised they could set up shop. Tools down, boys, if you local then you're knocking off. They burning people at the bush, we know they clearing space. They want the gold they left behind back in the olden days. And someone tell me who I protest at in real life. Doomsday, bitch, and it's well past midnight. Belt and Road Initiative, and we may not get out of it. I heard that it all goes back to double disillusionment. Why the fuck would there be sudden threats to our sovereignty? Why does one state have its own foreign policy? Why would we need help to cope with population aging? Cooperation, promise, training, visits, and exchanges. Why is YouTube telling us they lobbying our government? Why does all of Hollywood have rock spiders under it? Royal commissions into past prime ministers, put to a halt from conspiring inquisitors. Victims silenced, ritual violence abused, ignored and supported by the law. I see the order, it all makes sense. But if everybody gets it, then we're sitting on the fence. If you answering my questions, then can't we get it done? Is democracy impossible or is it how it's run? Cause I don't want to choose between the douche and the sandwich, but let me use ink if I do, god damn it. At least let me think that I might have a chance here. We don't make cars, but we still make beer. All the hype will come to pass, all the nights will fall apart. All the likes are standing in the way of some important art. Show me what you fucking feel instead of what I want to see. Sending all the kelpies cause it's half price merino fleece. Sex sells, I was hoping there was more to me. I gotta get well cause I'm feeling less than ordinary. And so is everybody else, collectively this is disease. And all that we can do is turn inside and look for what we need. Peace.
You call that radio?
Call that radio.
Goodbye to the people who hated on me.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant that knocks it out in a minute.
That's mad, isn't it? Is this a Netflix thing? It's actually a podcast.
What the fuck's a podcast?
You know, it's kind of like a radio show.
Oh, that! Radio!
Yeah.
Just popped in there.
And is there a way we can do something like that?
I couldn't help it.
By injection
It just
inside
popped in there.
or
I think so, because I think just paint in general, because I think like my poems in my painting.
No, cut. Thank you to L1 and Toni Smoke. Go and buy the album on Bandcamp or check out on the streaming sites. And we'll see you on Saturday for the Scottish Beatbox Championships, 4 o'clock to 11 o'clock-ish. Thank you. Good night.